We use force, pressure, and torque sensors to sense or to measure different things related to forces. The forces itself, force sensors, the kind of intensity of the force per area unit, pressure sensors, and the pair of forces that tend to generate rotations, torque sensors. Do we want this kind of sensors? Well, for example, just to know, to measure the force the robot is applying on an object it is grasping. Or maybe just to know the forces that the robot suffers due to the load that the end effector is handling. Relating to force and pressure sensors, there are several materials and technologies. For example, piezoelectric sensors use piezoelectric materials that produce voltage when compressed. Force sensing, force sensing resistors use polymer films that exhibit less resistance when they are subject to greater forces. Strain gauges again exhibit resistance proportional to strains and are commonly used to know the forces in the end effector or the wrist of the robot. And finally, antistatic foam is another material that again shows resistance proportional to forces. When we want to sense or to measure torques, as a torque arises from the combined action of two parallel forces acting in opposite directions, what we employ are pairs of force sensors. If we want to measure or to sense torques in every direction, we combine three pairs of force sensors but positions in orthogonal axes. Finally, a special case are miniature load sensors that we use when the space available is very reduced. For example, in the fingers of humanoid robots. And they usually consist of a spring with several strain gauges, for example, 6 strain gauges. Very close to force and pressure sensors, we find tactile sensors, but we will speak about them in a future video.